A special event in Brooklyn today recognizes the borough's important connection to American history. The Battle of Brooklyn is credited by historians as the largest battle of the American Revolution. It included a significant engagement in the area that is now part of the Greenwood Cemetery. In commemoration this weekend, the cemetery held a day of educational activities and historic reenactments. Participants we spoke with talked about the significance of keeping history alive.
This is such important history to bring to folks' attention. I love the ability that we have to have this huge open space where we can bring together so many different cultural institutions, so many folks who are passionate about the American Revolution.
Those middle battles, those battles that really start here in New York, really are the beginnings of the American Revolutionary War in terms of a battlefront campaign.
The engagement is also known as the Battle of Long Island and was fought on August 27th in 1776. It was the first battle of the American Revolution after the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
A part of Brooklyn stepped back in time today to commemorate the iconic Battle of Brooklyn in the Revolutionary War. Organizers dressed up in 18th century costumes, telling stories of the combat that took place at Greenwood more than 2 centuries ago.
Being from New York and New Jersey, there's just so much history up and down the coast that a lot of it kind of falls between the cracks, and we only see like the big names and the big parts, but there's so many little parts that are intertwined in it that all, weaves our quilt as Americans.
Participants also got to try their hand at quill writing and tricorn hat making. This annual event is part of the Battle Week program organized by the Greenwood Cemetery and Old Stone House. And speaking
of that weather today in Greenwood Cemetery, you might have seen them both in uniform and civilian clothes as they were remembering the Battle of Brooklyn. Now, that was actually the first battle of the Revolutionary War when General George Washington's army faced off against the British Redcoats, boo, in August of 1776. Now, the land that battle happened on is actually mainly where the cemetery is right now.
There's so many different perspectives on the war represented here, and that's something that's really important to Greenwood, to be telling a full story, a whole picture of what that era was like. What was it like, in 1776 when there were many different perspectives, many different peoples living in the city, different races, different languages spoken, who had different perspectives on this war.
Now, the British might have won that battle, boo again, forcing Washington's army to retreat to Manhattan before eventually evacuating the city. But as we know, even though we lost the battle, we won the war. Take that, England.
More than 2 centuries ago, Brooklyn was the scene of a critical moment in the American Revolutionary War, and each year a special event is held to recognize the Battle of Brooklyn. New York One's Justine Ray has a history lesson for us now.
You can really step out of your world for at least a few moments.
New Yorkers getting the chance to understand history at the Battle of Brooklyn Day at Greenwood Cemetery. Judith Kalora is the founder and artistic director of the performance troupe History at Play. She and her colleagues are experts in the details of what life was like 248 years ago, from the music, the military wear, and uniforms.
Those middle battles, those battles that really start here in New York, really are the beginnings of the American Revolutionary War.
Historians tell me the Battle of Brooklyn being fought right here at Greenwood Cemetery is a pivotal part of the Revolutionary War. The Battle of Brooklyn was the first battle fought after the signing of the Declaration of Independence, a difficult time for the Continental Army. The British defeated them and gained control of an important resource, the Port of New York.
This Port of New York, which is vital and instrumental for receiving supplies, receiving reinforcements, keeping up correspondences with other colonies in other areas.
This history is something that organizers hope visitors can soak up and for which they can gain an appreciation.
I love the ability that we have to have this huge open space where we can bring together so many different cultural institutions, so many folks who are passionate about the American Revolution.
Attendees we spoke with share what pieces of history they are taking away from the event. Are you guys learning a lot?
Oh yes, we are learning a lot. We learn about flags from the Battle of Brooklyn. We're learning about classic toys from that era.
Organizers say the annual event has been going on for around 20 years and attendance is free. The original Battle of Brooklyn was fought on August 27, 1776 in Brooklyn. Justine Ray, New York 1.